Hi everybody, welcome to the Dahlia Society and welcome to another episode of Friday Sews. Well, I've got a nice hot drink here because it's very chilly. We've had a terrible couple of days here in Melbourne. We've had pouring rain, lots of heavy winds, lots of trees down, and we're very fortunate we've had none down around our place, but there are roads around us that have got a lot of big gum trees that have come down. So we've heard a lot of chainsaws through the night clearing the roads. My daughter's high school's been shut down for the day because they have no power, no running water, no internet. They've had to send them all home. My son's high school's actually still in lockdown till tomorrow. That'll be great to get him back. It's funny, the actual region we are in, we are on the border of Metro Melbourne and regional Victoria. So my kids go to different schools and one's regional, one's metro, which makes it a bit tricky, especially when there's lockdown. So our regional Victoria has gone back out of lockdown and Metro Melbourne is just about out of lockdown. We've got another day and we will be a little bit more free. Now where we live, we have been in a 5-kilometre lockdown, so we're not allowed to drive too far out of town. And now they've increased that to 20 kilometres, which really makes no difference at all for us because, as I say, we are locked down. Half of us is regional. The other half, metro, is a good 30 kilometres or more to get to any major town. The great thing is our numbers are slowly declining, which is fantastic. So we've hopefully got everything under control and we can go back to a bit of normality. Enjoying a nice cup of hot chai tea here. And actually the first time I've had a bit of a break in the weather and it stopped raining, and which has been lovely to get out the house because you do get a bit claustrophobic, or I always call it cabin fever when you're sort of locked up for a couple of weeks. This camellia bush behind me is ready to explode into flower. I've got so many buds there. It's nice to have a little bit of flower on show because everything's pretty much bare bones at the moment. The trees have all lost their leaves and we're just heading right into that coldest part of the year here in Australia. Thank you to everyone who has kindly wished me best of luck with my MRI. I have not yet got results back for that. Fingers crossed it all comes back with some sort of answers, but everything went fairly smoothly for that, so it's nice to have that out of the way. So yeah, thank you very much for all your warm wishes there. So let's talk about some sewing. We've got 2 hashtags running. Well, there's probably plenty more than 2 at the moment, but the 2 I'm going to talk about, firstly, the one I've actually mentioned before was from Sew Joey, and that is the Sew t-shirt for summer 2021. So if you've made a t-shirt or you're planning on doing one, really think about using that hashtag and tagging Sew Joey there to be in the running to win some great prizes. The other hashtag I've just seen released this week is a Sew70s hashtag, and I absolutely love 70s style fashion. I think this is definitely one I could get involved in, maybe make something a bit retro looking. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I think I have told you before. Now in 2019 we had a big 50th for my hubby, and it was all 1969 themed, kind of dress up in that hippie kind of style clothing, and we had an absolute blast. So I really love that kind of early 70s style retro fashion, and I am really thinking about making some kind of dress there to get into that hashtag, into the theme there, because I think it's really fun to have a bit of a theme. Get your creativity flowing a little bit when you can see all the opportunities and all the great fabrics that are out there that have really got that 70s flavour. So I'll list both of those hashtags in the description box and you guys can go over and join the fun on Instagram for that too. Thank you for all the love you all showed me to this sweater I've got on. You guys all loved how this turned out. This is the Sitka sweatshirt from Hey June Handmade. Yeah, a lot of you had messaged me to say how much you loved it, and the chevron was really great. It turned out lovely, and I'm really considering making another one. I love these style of sweatshirts because they're so comfy and cozy to wear around the house and not difficult to make at all. Just that little bit more of detail with those chevron V points there, but I think it's well worth that little bit of extra effort to wear something that's just a bit more unusual, and definitely something you can wear out as well, I think. There's been a few new patterns released this week, and normally I do a big pattern release each month, but I wanted to let you know because we're sort of still not even halfway through the month yet, and I did already have a big pattern release episode. The ones I want to talk about, firstly, there's a standout beautiful dress, and that's from Cashmere Patterns. It's absolutely stunning. It is definitely on my to make list, and I love it so much I've already bought some fabric that is coming in the mail. I just think the size options in this are fantastic. There's also a lot of different cup sizes, and they've really increased their size range too with Cashmere Patterns. They now have a much broader size range on both ends of the scale there, which is fantastic because I know a lot of their patterns are really great basic staple patterns to have in the wardrobe, but also patterns that a lot of you have been after for quite some time now. Now, the Cashmere dress is called the Rose Claire dress. There's a couple of different options there to choose from, and the cup sizes I think are from size C to H. So that looks like a really great simple style wrap dress, but it looks like it's going to really hold you in. I think the way Cashmere patterns fit the body are really lovely, so I'm really hoping this turns out really nice. It's a great little dress. The other one is a dress released that's coming very shortly. It's called the Sand Deep dress by Hannah London. They've also released pics of how it's going to look, and I think it's absolutely stunning. Really unusual with kind of a layered, frilled, beautiful look. So something very, very fancy and flouncy for going out in. So that I think is looking very special and unique. And I know that the new Fibre Mood issue is coming out very shortly. I'm very lucky to be part of the making team that gets to have a little bit of a sneaky peek at patterns coming out and make them up for you guys to show either people that do vlogging or blogging. And I have picked a pattern out to make that I think you guys are going to really love. Now, here in Victoria, it's the Queen's birthday weekend, long weekend. That doesn't mean a lot for people that are in lockdown, but there are a few sales happening online. And I know Super Cheap Fabrics is a really great bargain fabric store. They've got a few locations here in Melbourne. There's a 30% off sale happening online for them as well. So if you are wanting to have a few great bargains posted out to your hot little hands, definitely think about ordering from Super Cheap Fabrics because I think their quality is great. They have a lot to choose from. A really great price point as well already without having the 30% off their really great prices, but they'll bring it down quite a bit more. So definitely have a look over on their website. Now, I did have someone mention to me that she felt that I was promoting way too many fabric stores and pattern companies. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. I do love to promote fabric stores and pattern companies. I don't get paid to do that. That is just merely me letting you guys know because I love to enable people to go out and buy, and especially off independently owned fabric and pattern businesses. I think it's a really great way just to show support, but I also like to be told of these things myself and given a bit of a heads up if I hear there's a sale I've missed out on and any new pattern releases as well. I am going to keep bringing these episodes out. I just wanted to let you guys know that some patterns I do get affiliate links for, but most of the time I don't. I just like to promote indie pattern companies because I think it's a fantastic way to show support. And the same thing goes for fabric stores. I don't get paid from fabric stores to tell you all about what's happening. Now, I always like to tell you guys if fabric has been sent to me, but 90% of the time I do spend a lot of money on fabric myself. So I just think, like anyone in the sewing community, it can be a bit of kind of an addiction there. That you can never have too much fabric in the stash, especially when a brand new pattern's released and you've got that bit of fabric sitting there. And especially when you're in lockdown, I just think it's a great way to keep the stash kept up to date, especially when you can find some great bargains online. And I do have a lot of makes to show you. I've been quite busy. Even though I've had a busy week, I have had a few things I've whipped up quite quickly. They've been really easy makes, a couple of Pattern Emporium things, and also the Adrienne top from Friday Pattern Company's come up really nice as well. So definitely one that you'll want to make if you haven't made one before. I'm a little bit late to the party. I think just about everyone's made the Adrienne top. But yeah, for me, it turned out beautiful. yeah, so a few things happening there. I've got a few little plans, but my plans keep changing. I'll make a plans episode, and by the next week I'll change plans or prioritize different things. I do find that very hard to stick to rigid plans. I like to be adaptable and change my mind, but I think that makes it more fun and interesting too, sometimes, to surprise you guys and see different things I've come up with and different ideas. So whatever you're up to and whatever you're sewing, I'd love to hear in the comments below. Please let me know. I think it's fantastic to hear what's inspiring you this week. Have you bought any new fabric for your new season, whatever you're in there? Has anything popped up that's totally changed your plans? It happens to me all the time. I really hope you're having a wonderful week, and stay safe, keep sewing. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.